Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, in this video we will have our discussion on a very golden window of opportunity or a very important phase which will be coming into our life because of what is happening right now in the transition of the planet Saturn. Saturn, which is currently transiting in its Mool Trikona sign of Aquarius, but on November 15th it is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion because on June 30th it turned retrograde on the 25 degree of the Aquarius sign. But now guys, from November 11th till November 18th, Saturn is going to be in a stationary motion. Now this is a very significant phenomena, whether you talk about from astrological point of view or even from the spiritual point of view as well. If you are very inclined towards spirituality, if you are a kind of person who crave for and who is always in the pursuit of finding the purpose of your life, something which is beyond this body, something which is beyond this mind. So Saturn is the only planet which can grant you answer to that, which can give you progress in that path, in that journey. And somehow, like even Saturn and all the planets are somehow bound by the guidelines set by the universe, which is that a planet will only give you result if it is going to be aligned in a compatible zodiac sign. And we all know that Saturn in the Aquarius tend to remain in a very strengthened state. So guys, now coming back to the point, now the way I was telling about that, the stationary motion of a planet is considered as a time when planet is very closely monitoring you and somehow it's in a state to give you a proper analysis of your situation. So look at it in this way, that whenever you take any class or in any of the school setting, whenever teacher enters the class, before starting the new syllabus, teacher first do the revision of the previous classes, what has been discussed in the last class, and after that he will set up the guideline for what you can learn from this workshop, from this seminar, from this class, and then the class begins. So look at this stationary motion of the planet Saturn in this way, that now you will have this window of opportunity to lay foundation to what exactly you want to extract from this remainder portion of Saturn's stay in the Aquarius sign. Guys, we cannot generalize this stationary motion of the planet. For example, let me give a very simple example. At a time when Saturn was initially in a direct motion, it turned retrograde on June 30th. So that means on June 26th, it also was in a stationary motion from June 26th till July 3rd. But that was a different kind of stationary motion because during that time, Saturn was turning retrograde. So that stationary motion has got more to do with contemplating on whatever pending task you have to finish, whatever things which you need to this could be any of the legal matters, this could be any of the mistakes done by you, this could be any unfinished work, this could be some stern kind of legal action as well. So when Saturn was in a stationary motion before turning retrograde, it has got more to do with working on and visualizing on the past unfinished business. But during this time, this stationary motion is entirely different because it has got more to do with something about the future. Like Saturn is going to be leaving the Aquarius sign on March 29th. So that means whatever 5 months now we are left with, what exactly you want to achieve in this remainder portion of the planet Saturn. So this is what this time period is going to be. So in many ways, this could be a time when people can experience profound spiritual and personal development. Like if you find yourself lost and you do not know what exactly you want to do in the life, what is your life's purpose, so this could be the time when you can seek for the guidance, you can seek for the expert opinion. And I always am an advocate of writing down your plans, writing down your wish list. And when Saturn is in this stationary motion, working with this mindset, being very disciplined, being very diligent, being very hardworking, working in the direction of only looking at the future. Now whatever you wanted to get done in terms of the past, or weeping on the past, trying to solve or like ask for forgiveness or mend terms, all of that you already got 3-4 months, like from June 30th till November 10th. But now from this point onwards, you only have to look for the future. Your face only has to see towards your futuristic goals. And from November 11th till November 18th is going to be the right time for that. So guys, now definitely we will briefly look at that how this stationary motion can be utilized best by different rising sign. So beyond any doubt, we all know that Saturn is very good planet for the Mercury ruled ascendant, which is Gemini and Virgo, Venus ruled ascendant, which are like Taurus and Libra, and Saturn's own ruled ascendant, which is like Capricorn and Aquarius. So for these fellows, this could be a time of awakening, visualizing their goals, and somehow because the experiences, vision and analysis is going to be carrying a lot of weight. Now when we talk about from the point of view of the Cancer Lagna and the Leo Lagna, so beyond doubt guys, for you people, Saturn is not a very kind of favorable planet. So you might have to crush your ego. Life circumstances might force you, might bend you. This could be through some crushing experiences. Then only you will be able to visualize and look in the future rather than contemplating and grinding over the past. And for the rest of the rising sign, this is going to be a mediocre average time. So now let's have our discussion in the rest of the video on how it is going to be influencing you, or how all of the rising sign can make the best out of this stationary motion of the planet Saturn based on their rising sign. So starting first with the Aries natives. Now beyond doubt guys, in your case, Saturn is turning stationary, it's turning stationary from November 11th till November 18th in your 11th house. That has got everything to do with your futuristic goals, what eventually you want to end up becoming, the kind of network you want to be associated with. Do you want to do something which is going to give you access to the large group or large group network? This is the time to write it down, whatever your futuristic plans are, what you see yourself becoming in the next 4 or 5 years. And the next couple of months are going to be very crucial for you. And I would say this thing that this whole 1 week from November 11th till November 18th is going to be the time when you should be seeking for guidance. Like this could be a time when if you even want to register something new or start something new, or if you even want to apply for any job or any of the project of yours, this could be a golden time. This 1 week could be a very important week for you. Now when we talk about from the Taurus Lagna's natives point of view, Saturn is a very amazing planet for you. You are right now having this amazing one of the Panch Mahapurush Yoga taking place in your 10th house. So guys, I always say this thing that whenever Saturn is there in the 10th house, even if it is in the Aquarius sign, it has got more to do with like asking for those responsibilities, contemplating on your ultimate potential to which you can execute the duties and responsibilities. You can gain the trust of people and can come across as someone who is trustable, who can be trusted with heavy, important, big responsibilities. So let's say for example, if lately you feel that you have been undermined, like your capacity is to do much more. So this could be the time that, okay, you could write a very good motivating mail, impressive mail regarding your whole biodata to your bosses. Even if you are trying to apply for a new job, new role, start some company, or completely revamp your image and all. So this could be the golden time for you to contemplate on your career related goals. Ultimately, eventually, what kind of projects you want to handle for the next couple of years. This is going to be the landmark 1 week to decide on that, and the following 4 months will give you the opportunity for that. Now when we talk about from the Gemini Lagna's point of view, so guys, in your case it is going to be turning stationary in your 9th house. So for you people, it is a very important time for seeking guidance. Like if you feel that you have something in you which can inspire the world, you have a story to tell, you have a story to share, so this is a golden time for that. And I guess you should not be hesitant during this time. Like if in this 1 week like you are planning to write a book, this could be time to start that. If you are planning to start some giving coaching, giving lectures of some sort, so this could be a good time for that. So I would say that anywhere and anyway through your life struggle and through your life journey, if you want to uplift, inspire, educate, motivate the world, this is going to be a very good 1 week for you to start working on it. Start putting attention in the planning part of it. That is all what I can say for the Gemini natives. But guys, all what I can say, just believe in building and making your own luck, because this is how Saturn is going to be happy with you, and work as diligently, as much hard work which you can do, because the universe and most importantly the planet of karmic justice learning is observing you now. And please be very observant with your ethics, with your morals, with the way you behave in any conflicting situation, that you should not lose out on your virtues, on your morals. Now, when we talk about from the Cancer Lagna's point of view, so yes guys, it is going to be a difficult time, because we all know that Saturn is a planet of justice. It is a teacher which is little bit ruthless to motivate us. But in your case, like for the Cancer and the Leo natives, Cancer people could be too imaginative, too emotional, and Leo natives might be too egoistic. So Saturn generally gives these people little bit kind of crushing, unpleasing kind of experiences, which breaks their cocoon, which breaks their bubble. So I mean to say, because Saturn is going to be turning stationary in your 8th house. 8th house is a very important house for transformation. In your case, Saturn has got this capacity that through relationship, through the public encounters, you can completely transform your life. So this could be a golden time for that. Just look deeper into the actual things which matters in our life. Guys, if I were to say, even in our human life, see, what kills you is the 2nd house and the 7th house. 8th house is the life. It sustains you. So a lot many people will be contemplating on the matters of eternity, that what is my life purpose, what I'm contributing. All these things are temporary. What stays and what lasts is the knowledge which my soul has attained or acquired. So I would say that this could be a good time if you're already operating in anything to do with the 8th house. This could be a good time for the planning, contemplation. But again, I'm not saying retrospection. Retrospection was the time when Saturn was on June 29th was turning retrograde. Now it is going direct. So you only have to look forward. Now when we talk about from the Leo Lagna's point of view, so guys, in your case, Saturn is going to be turning stationary in your 7th house. Now 7th house has got everything to do with our like our relationship, our commercial aspiration, higher position, what eventually we want to become, or our relationship with the masses, with the public and all. So guys, during this time, it's a sure short sign that a lot of the areas of your life you will start seeing the clarity, or most importantly, because see, when we talk about a planet being retrograde, it somehow start working on the unfinished part of our destiny. In the direct motion, it is moving forward. Stationary motion is about that planet is giving you a chance to share what your expectations are, what exactly your goals are for the rest of the 4 months, before eventually finally Saturn is going to be leaving your 7th house. So my recommendation for the Leo Lagna native is that, see, be very clear with what you actually want from your 7th house. Like a lot many times people who are like hard bent on getting married, but they are not ready. this is something which a lot many people will not like, but they might not be ready. For me, I knew that when I started astrology, I never used to get complexed by those astrologers who are like making big claims, or who are like charging too much, because I knew that I have to reach that level. Because imagine if I'm still raw, and people with those kind of, because any client which comes to an astrologer, he has got lot of the things at stake. If people are coming to me with a question which is worth like millions, some guy who is gonna spend millions, gonna make major investment, and he's coming to me, and as an astrologer, I have just started up, I'm not ready. And imagine I start comparing or competing with those people who are already out there giving their 40 years. So the point which I'm saying over here is that contemplate in the matters of your commercial aspiration, your standing in the society, and what exactly are your expectations from the partnership. Over here, it is not a time when you should be contemplating or reflecting back. That time has gone. Now what you want to achieve in the future, what you want to become, where you want to reach, focus more on the futuristic goals. So this 1 week could be very important for that. Now when we talk from the Virgo natives point of view, so guys, Saturn is a very favorable planet for you. This 1 week, it is going to be turning stationary in your 6th house. So you do not have to reflect in the past. Okay, whatever health issue happened because of your negligence, or whatever has been issues of the conflict and all, how you can become better, how you can improve your work skills, your work ethics to shine out in your line of work. Now you have to only focus on that, because guys, understand this thing, when Saturn will transit after March 29th to your 7th house, things will start taking a turn. Heavy responsibility will start coming in. This could be from the public domain, or this could be from the, from the marriage or other different avenues of the life. So like the way we say this thing, that sweat or the blood given in the training actually saves the blood. No, I'm getting confused. So yeah, sweat given and endured at the time of training saves the blood on the battleground in any of the army military training. So this is that time for you. So do not be hesitant from putting your best foot forward. The way planets are gonna be taking a turn, a lot of the things, a lot of the new experiences are in store for you. All what I can say is that in the matters of your 6th house, your work ethics, contemplate on that. In during this 1 week, even if you have to write it down, you have to ask for any expert opinion, even if you have to take any session, any counseling, how you can better yourself, how can you be more desirable in the job market with your skills and all. This is the time to not reflect, to meditate or contemplate on that. Reflection time has gone. It was on March 29th. At that time when Saturn was stationary. Now it is stationary, ready to move forward. So only you have to contemplate on the future. Now for the Libra Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, this 1 week, Saturn is going to be turning stationary in your 5th house. That simply means that whatever you could have done in the matters of, this could be investments, this could be spiritual pursuit, mantra, chanting, artistic creative endeavors, in the matters of those things which were kind of pending from the past, those last couple of months were or could have been devoted to that. But from this point onwards, now you only have to see forward. Like what exactly, when it comes down to your financial independence, you want to enjoy. Do you want to make some investments to safeguard yourself for your future? So now is the time to only look forward. This could be in the matters of relationship. This could be in the matters of your relationship with your children as well, in your education, in your training. So this is the time for that. And this 1 week of Saturn stationary in your 5th house is a very, very potent time. Like the way guys, for the spiritual seekers, we say this thing that there are like certain nights which are considered as very potent, very powerful for for some higher spiritual austerities. So I would say this thing that because 5th house also tells about the mantra siddhi as well. Spirituality chiefly is seen from the 5th house and the 8th house. So I mean to say that for any of those contemplation, this is the right time for that. You do not have to look back. That was the time on June 26th. When Saturn from the direct was turning retrograde. Now from retrograde, it is gonna move forward and it's gonna finish its Aquarius stay in next 4 months. So that means whatever you want to achieve, because 5th house also tells about transformation in your career, how skilled you are, your capacity to advise, your personal magnetism. So I would say that you can actually build that wall of safety, security around you. And in this 1 week, even if you have to ask for any expert opinion, make some I would say this thing that if you want to lay foundation to something, like starting, registering a domain, registering a company name, signing up for a class, asking for any counseling, any session, so that can be booked in this 1 week. So give heightened priority in the matters of the 5th house regarding what ultimately you want to get out of it. Again guys, understand this thing. Saturn is a good planet for you. Saturn in the Aquarius is its best placement. It's like people say that, okay, I know Saturn gets exalted in the Libra, but with Saturn in the original Kalpurush Kundli, Aquarius is a sign of wish fulfillment, desire fulfillment, becoming something. I would say this thing. 7th house can, or Libra can give you gains, can give you profits, can make you a very good judge of character. But ultimate accomplishment, what we become in the life is Aquarius is the 11th. So I would say it's a golden time for you. Even if you have to write down your list of expectations and contemplate on them, and your expectations, your manifestation regarding those wish list, which is connected with the 5th house, this 1 week is going to be important for that, capable of giving you vision and clarity. Guys, a lot many times, like, you know, having a strong influence of Rahu on my body, my ascendant, on my mind, even sometimes I feel jumbled up with too many thoughts coming in the mind. And I've seen this thing, writing it down always gives us the clarity. Half of the confusion gets sorted out if you try to write things out and then read it. Now moving to the Scorpions. So guys, for the Scorpio rising natives, Saturn is any movement of the Saturn is going to be having a mediocre impact on them. So now guys, in your case, Saturn is going to be turning stationary, like from November 11th till November 18th. It is turning stationary in your 4th house. Like the way I've been saying this thing in this whole video, that the time to reflect on the past was when Saturn was turning retrograde on June 30th. So when it was stationary, preparing to go retrograde from the direct. So those stationary period was from June 26th till July 3rd. Now that time has gone. This is a time when Saturn is coming out of its cheshtabal, coming out of its retrograde motion. Whatever it wanted to fulfill regarding the unfinished work, you know, some sort of unfulfilled pending promise or something, you have that time in the past 3-4 months. Now is the time in this 1 week only looking at for the future. What exactly you want to build around the matters of the 4th house? What exactly is which you want to attain or accomplish connected to the matters of the 4th house? This could be anything to do with which can give you security and stability, can give you a strong hold over the public, which becomes very important if you are a politician or if you are in a business of house construction, building material and all those things. So all what I can say right now for these Scorpions, that this is a time for you to guard yourself deep inside. You should not be getting affected by the opinion, views, allegations of other people. Your house, your we call that neve, your foundation has to be strong. And before Saturn leave the Aquarius, this is the last opportunity for you, last 4 months. And the planning part, contemplation part, the planning part is this 1 week from November 11th till November 18th. So write it down. Okay, I need to buy my, build my house, do this renovation, do these things in the public domain, have to do these charities, have to be a part of these groups which are talking about my culture, which are talking about safeguarding my nationality, my interest. So give heightened attention in these areas. Plan, contemplate, meditate, and only look for the future. Do not cry over what could have gone wrong in the past, because now is not the time for that. Now when we talk about for the Sagittarius rising natives, so guys, in your case, Saturn is a mediocre planet for you. I will not call it as good as it could be for the Saturn, Mercury, Venus, Lagna, and not as bad as it could be for the Sun and the Moon signs. So guys, in your case, Saturn is going to be turning stationary from November 11th till November 18th in your 3rd house. So guys, it's a very good energy. We know that Saturn's transit, Saturn's placement in the 3rd house is considered as very good. It makes someone very high level entrepreneur, where you have this capacity to build something. Lot many people who are right now successful, and all of that which they are successful for, it all started with a hobby, with just a curiosity and interest, and they built something out of it. That only is possible with a strengthened Saturn in the 3rd house. In your case, guys, it is a very golden time before Saturn leaves your 3rd house on March 29th. So this is 1 week for you where you can contemplate on what exactly you want to build in next 4 months. What exactly are your goals for your future? How you want to express yourself, and how much you can do in order to strengthen your work style, your ethics, your style, your offering. All of that we generally see from the third house. Let's say, for example, if you're offering and you are just turning little bit kind of in a stalemate situation, or your style is coming out little bit dull, which is not striking a chord with your audience. So how you can revolutionize it? How can I make it better? How can do it little bit advanced? Very soon Rahu is going to be coming over here. So I mean to say, guys, this is not a time to reflect in the past. That was a time on June 29th or 30th, when Saturn was turning retrograde from the direct. Now Saturn is turning direct from the retrograde. So that means you only have to look for the future, and this 1 week is a time to contemplate and do the planning. Write it down. What exactly is that which you want to achieve connected with the third house. Now guys, moving ahead now for the Capricorn Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, if you will pay attention, Saturn is a very good planet for you. It is your ascendant lord, and now it is going to be coming out of its retrograde motion in your second house. So that means whatever it could have gone wrong, or whatever you could have mended, you could have done, which was kind of unfulfilled or kind of pending from the past, in the matters of the family, in the matters of the finances, you have got enough opportunity to do that from June 30th in the past 3-4 months. But now is the time when you have to only look for the future. Saturn is your ascendant lord. It is only going to be coming back in this house after 28 or 30 years. So I mean to say, now you just have the next 4-5 months to fulfill that. And this stationary motion is going to be the time to plan, to write it down, what exactly you want to build around, contribute around the matters of your financial independence, major financial decision making, investment, whatever you have to do. We all know that, guys, whatever Saturn does, it takes its own sweet time. But once it gives us, we nourishes it. We preserves it. This is what the beauty of the planet Saturn is. A lot many people who are patient, irrespective of knowing that they are talented, still they are undermined, but they are contented because they know that it's Saturn. It's a planet of justice. How can the planet of justice be unfair to us? So what I'm saying is that whatever you have in your mind for the next 4 months to achieve, connected to your finances, your contribution to your family and all. So I would say this 1 week from November 11th and 18th is a time to do the planning part, to write it down, and all anywhere where you are finding yourself stuck, even if you have to approach the expert of that field, you have to seek for guidance. So this is going to be a golden time for that. Now guys, for all the Aquarius, Kumbh Lagna natives. So guys, in your case, Saturn is going to be turning stationary right over there in your first house. It's a very golden opportunity for you. From November 11th till November 18th, Saturn is stationary. So that means whatever Saturn wanted you to explore as a matter of the past, like karma, unfulfilled business, unfulfilled promise, you would have seen that theme getting repeated in your life from June 30th when Saturn turned retrograde right over there in your first house. Trust me guys, like handling Saturn, such a big heavy planet of like a ruthless taskmaster which only wants the best for us, dealing with it, being in a in a retrograde motion in the first house with Rahu in your second house is not a very easy energy to deal with. And guys, you have to see the brighter side. Whatever Saturn does from a house, immediate after that, if Jupiter or Rahu transit over there or aspect it, they just grow it, they expand it. So if you feel that I'm being undermined, I'm being underpaid, and I'm not getting the attention is not that far. But important is that what you have got ready, what you have prepared. If any important person, important opportunity comes, are you ready? Are you equipped for that or not? So this is going to be the time to do the planning part. And guys, because being a Kumbh Lagna, you are very naive, you are very innocent, you have this capacity and prone towards pessimism, negative thinking, you do not have to get into that mode. I mentioned this thing. The last time when Saturn was in a stationary motion, like Saturn turned retrograde on June 30th. So from June 26th till July 3rd of this year, when Saturn was stationary last, it was turning from direct to retrograde. That was different. But this time it is turning like from retrograde to direct, means you only have to now look forward, and this 1 week is very important to do the planning part. Seek expert opinion, seek the guidance, like how you can better yourself, what exactly your expectations are in the matters of your health, in the matters of what you want to become in the life, your achievements, your fame, recognition, any overseas interest, career interest. So this is a time to do the planning on that. And yes guys, I would say that a lot many people will find themselves being in that kind of bohemia, in that kind of meditative nirvana kind of mode. This is what the beauty of Saturn turning stationary is. A lot many people would say that okay, you cannot start something. I would say that it is not a good time, this stationary motion, to get into the past conflict or initiate any legal hassle or something. But if it is something about reaping or sowing seeds for the future, like you have some big business plan and you want to shoot that first mail during this time, or like launch a company or register a domain, that can be done with a proper vision and plan and strategy. Now guys, for the Pisces Lagna natives, so guys, in your case, now as you can see that Saturn is a mediocre planet for you. I would not call it as good as it could be for other rising signs, and just because the Mool Trikona sign of the planet Saturn falls in your 12th house, all the time demanding you to focus on the investments or like higher spiritual reasons and purpose and all. So guys, we all know this thing that this time it is different. It is not like the last time when Saturn was turning retrograde on June 30th. That stationary period has got more to do with being ready and contemplating on the past unfulfilled promises, pending things and all. Now this time, like on this November 15th, when Saturn is turning direct from the retrograde, so from November 11th till November 18th, this 1 week has got more to do with what exactly you want to do as a form of the achievements, accomplishment, attainment connected with the 12th house. Write it down, work on the planning part. This could be like you want to experience that higher sense of spiritual essence, purpose of the life, major investments, overseas interest and all, out of the body experiences, how you can better equipped to get those things, how much more you need to do. So this 1 week could be best dedicated, devoted to the planning part of that. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.